Now, I haven't personally seen this game run before in its entirety, but I've heard terrifying things. All right, you're muted now. Now you're good to go, though, and whenever you're ready, honestly.
All right, let's kick it off.
Welcome to your doom.
Yeah, this is an unskippable intro cutscene, so if you want to know the lore behind Arcana, you better read up.
Yeah. There's a companion novel that you can also... a companion novel and card game.
Oh god, that would be so awesome.
I know, right? They really should have made a real card game out of this. We talked about that once, didn't we?
I think?
You talked about it.
Why don't we just make it?
Dude, let's do it. Okay, run's over. We're just gonna, like, design a card game based on this now.
Bye.
I think before we were... No, I guess they just had a big one there. Never mind.
And so, forewarning, there are a few places in this run where it is impossible to not die. It's random if it happens, but you'll know it if you see it because the run will be over. But hopefully that doesn't happen.
Are you guys writing all these nouns down? All these proper names?
Yeah, you need to learn this stuff. There's going to be a quiz later, and if you'll look, there are 2 Kirbys in there, to the left and right of that front guy.
Are.
Yeah, they are.
Damn.
They're in the
they
evil army for war.
Are they covered in blood?
There's some, yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I never saw that.
There's a lot of story that's going to get quickly scrolled through. Chapter 1, the journey begins. A lot of menuing.
So, long story short, Rooks is a card and a card master.
Yes.
Scythe over there, or Sylph, is a card and also a card. And Ariel over there is a card, but actually a person. So it gets very confusing.
Are you following this,
Yeah.
people? Because
So they're cards, and they're cards.
well, actually, everyone's people, but Sylph is actually a card on or a spirit in a card.
Oh, this is too confusing for me.
Well, you know,
Ba-ding.
Rook's card master. All right, we got Tifa with 2 E's. Let's buy some equipment. We're going to get a short sword. Oh, I also forgot my notes in St. Louis, so that's cool.
I love this shopkeeper. He's like, hi.
How you doing?
Hello.
Now we're going to get a bunch of wind cards. You get these, as a card master, you can get elemental cards that do boatloads of damage in the first few chapters. They taper off in effectiveness, but
Gets you through the first part.
they're invaluable for especially for a run like this.
Okay, I'm like really confused because that person didn't look like
Yeah.
I'll put the short sword on him and the whip on her, and away we go into the dungeon.
It's one of those things like Final Fantasy VII. It's like, are the characters really made of like blocks, or are they made of Play-Doh?
And already terrible fights.
So you want to explain something about the battle mechanics?
It's essentially got a random initiative system, which is kind of problematic. You can get ambushed by things that can destroy your party before you even get to act. That's one of the run killers later in Chapter 4. There's like a elemental system. It's kind of weird though. It's got wind, fire, earth, and water. And they follow each other around in like a circle. So fire destroys wind, destroys earth, destroys water, destroys fire. Those elements do plus 70% damage. And then going in reverse, they do minus 70% damage. So like that green wolf there is earth element, so Sylph can kind of wreck on him, and she can turn the whole party to wind, like so, and then that wolf can only do 30% damage to the wind element characters. But now he's dead, because I do plus 70% damage. Yay,
he
levels.
had lupus, so I mean,
Yeah, you,
it was inevitable. Anyway.
lupus is not a fun time. Slime. Why would one slime attack you? That's silly.
I just saw it drawing near, though.
Okay, now we got a fire elemental dinosaur back there, and he's very tough. And we cannot change to wind, or else he will eat through the whole party.
So if he attacks Sylph, then that's bad news.
It's
right?
pretty bad.
But then again, your elementals recover from footsteps, right?
Yes, you'll notice the character in the upper right, the elemental spirit, will recover hit points and magic points as I walk through the dungeon. And when you get more of them, you can switch them out to kind of stagger their effectiveness. We're going to pick up a sleeping bag here for use later in Chapter 2.
I just noticed that one of your characters' name is Tifa.
Yeah. Tifa.
Yeah. At least there's no mistaking it for Tifa.
So this looks like this requires a lot of
Yeah. I'm going to take a slight detour here to pick up 500 gold to ensure that Chapter 2 doesn't surprise kill me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the smoothest of, I mean, certainly good for Super Nintendo versus something like Eye of the Beholder.
Yeah.
And, Might and Magic. Those are a little rougher. And this one you can actually use a map, whereas like a Wizardry game, like Wizardry 5, you have to save up an obscene amount of like a game-breaking amount of money in order to, within the first like few levels, have a map that you can use. So this game is actually pretty merciful in that regard.
Yeah, there's a map. I don't use it much, but if I lose my place, like from a back attack turns you all the way around.
Yeah, it's really unfair.
But
In that sense.
son of a bitch. Yeah, the encounter rate is pretty high throughout the whole game.
That's the best you can do.
Yeah, they taunt the enemies. Alright, we're coming up on our first boss here. He's Earth Element, so we're going to go Wind Element and pound him real good. Here comes these cards. We're going to use 3. So 90 points of damage. Ouch. Let's get winded real quick. There we are. Now we're just going to mow him down. So he did 27, and he does 10 to Sylph, because she's wind. And he'll do about 10 to Rooks and Tifa as well. And that's it.
15 experience points for a whole boss.
Yeah, it's a nice game. It's very friendly.
It really holds your hand.
Well, it was a mini boss. His dad is upstairs.
Thank you, Daddy.
From the Godzilla run.
Yeah.
Lobos is getting a number 5. No onions with a Coke.
Spoilers.
Alright, these things are annoying because they do AoE spells that take up a lot of time. Unless you kill them real quick, then you're good to go. Oh shit. Okay, now this would normally be awful, but I can do this and clear them out.
Yes. Is that part of your plan when you
Yes,
play those cards?
it is. And then sometimes you can get up to 6 red ones, which are strong against wind. So you have to use 2 cards on them.
All that stack of enemies, 8 experience points.
Yeah, 1 each. 4th on the left. Oh boy. This is not a fun battle. I always say Gurgin. There's the annoying stuff. Gurchin. I'm so worried I'm gonna lose my spot and just... Oh boy. This is awful. And you can't really run away from battles.
It's super low, like, probability, like success rate.
Also, if there's no resurrection spells, if one of your characters dies, runs over, you're dead. Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Are you able to pick up any characters later? Like,
Well, you can, if you go back to town, you can restore them.
oh, okay.
But, you know, that's not speedy.
Yeah. I have to battle heal. I didn't want to, but I was looking a little dicey there. This here is probably the worst fight in this dungeon.
That's not always happening.
Yeah, they just random.
Potentially have that like 3 times in a row.
Yes.
Yes, and often I get it 0 times. The encounter table's based on frames, so you cannot manipulate it like
Without a tool.
yeah. So you just have to hope. Like if you're getting the bad encounter tables, you can like stop for a split second and it'll reset the frame counter. But there's no way to tell what's about to happen until
It starts happening.
yeah. Whoops. All right, now the second row of enemies has a higher dodge rate, and the third row has a higher dodge rate plus more defense. So that's why I'm always killing like the lower down monsters because they're in the front row. It doesn't scoot them down, but it prevents them. Like it resets the row.
Oh, okay.
So like when you kill the front ones, then the second row becomes the first row. Vertically, yeah. Horizontally doesn't. Like those guys were all first row. It does. It's a very small amount. And those are some of the best buffs in the game, just due to the way the elemental system works.
And Sylph is regenerating?
Yes.
Is that just for that particular person, or is everybody?
Well, you get a different spirit in each element that is interchangeable in that slot only. So they're a character that's always with you. And yeah, they all recover. They have like a whole different set of everything. So.
Well, like the Rose and Tifa, they don't.
Right.
Yeah, they're. So for the purposes of the story, they're actual people. Whereas Sylph is a spirit that's in a card.
We're getting a little wrecked on time here, but that's okay, because we have a while to go.
Yeah, we got time.
Alright, finish him. Yes.
Yeah, I died like 4 times on the last stage of Godzilla, so I mean...
Yeah, when they say ouch, that's you getting hit with a critical.
Yeah.
And so those cards, you killed off all the lower levels, those ones essentially first row.
Yeah. Alright, we're coming up on our next boss fight. We'll top off Tifa just so I don't get surprise crit death. That's a thing. Whoop.
It's a daddy golem.
Yeah. Daddy Iron Golem. So now we're wind element, so he can't really do much. Now I want
Their
to.
little dances.
Yeah.
That you'll get used to it because I mean everything is presented that way.
Alright, I'm gonna try to use one card on him. It's not gonna do much damage, but I need to get it out of my inventory for the next chapter. They come in stacks of 9, and they don't coagulate together after you use them, and you can't manually do it either.
Yeah, and you have a limited inventory space, so it's just to keep you from having just endless amounts of cards, I suppose.
To make this game punishable.
Or yeah.
Yeah, they don't want it to
felt
be
was-
too easy
Yeah,
or
they felt it was
anything.
too easy
Alright, and I'm pretty sure there's no enemies back in this area because I never seem to see them, but alright, we're going to get rid of Sylph because we're going to see a cutscene here. And if you don't put her away, she gets killed, and that costs money
Yep.
to get her back.
There's a character called Axis.
Axis.
Yeah.
Yes. He fought alongside Rooks' father in the Knights of Lexford. Fun factoid. And Ariel's father. Spoilers. You will learn that. I think he actually said that in the first chapter, but I was speeding through the
Speeding through
words.
story here, basically, Tifa has just betrayed the party.
Yeah.
She took the MacGuffin, and now she's gonna stab you.
MacGuffin?
Yeah,
MacGuffin.
That sword.
Is she the one that kills Sylph?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna
fight
see-
these two, and they automatically win.
Yeah, because I'm paralyzed right now.
But they won't. Yeah.
See, I can't move!
That sting, I stung you when we entered this room.
And yeah, and so right there they hit Sylph and just one-shot her for like 200 damage.
It took me like 2 playthroughs of this game before I realized, oh, I can just take her out of my party and prevent that from happening.
Now, normally I'm level 5 going into Chapter 2. That really hard fight gave me an XP boost, so I've got another level. The character that joins me in Chapter 2 is 3 levels below me, so her starting at 3rd level instead of 2nd is very helpful. That should give me...
And the TV broke.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Spurlers.
That's spoilers.
I was gonna say that this story is like so thick and detailed that I won't remember what the spoilers are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is actually pretty dense. So, this is a long ass cutscene. Like, if you needed to use the restroom, this would be the time.
It's not too bad.
I guess there is another storyline later that's pretty long too. Everyone's got cool hats in this game.
Axis?
Yeah.
Axis plural.
Brooks has a cool hat. and
Rooks.
Sala here, this lady, she's got a cool hat.
Rhino? Ask Rhino?
Wait, does she have a hat in her character portrait?
Yeah.
There was like a Lion King woman in there. You my father?
Actually, we were on a team.
There she is.
If you could believe that. Okay, so
Got
we're gonna...
she's got like a whole bento box on her. Wait, I keep my sushi in here.
Okay. So we're gonna get...
This guy's like, what do you want?
We're gonna get an extra short sword for some reason. And we're gonna buy about 5 herbs. They heal you. You don't smoke them. You eat them.
That
And then
is
we're gonna
never
go in
said
here
in the game
and-
explicitly.
We are going to get many cards.
That is the lady
I
that
need
heals.
28 water.
So if you go to an inn, it restores your humans, but if your card spirits get killed, which it just shows a graphic of a torn card, you have to take them back to this lady. And the first time I played through this game, I had no idea, so Sylph was dead for like 2 chapters.
Oh.
Because I thought there was like a storyline thing that revived her. So I just went without for a long time. Just to let you know, 'cause this game gives you like no hints as to what anything is. You just kind of have to feel it out.
At least Godzilla, you know, it tells you.
Yeah, Godzilla's really obvious. I mean, basically, if you've seen the movies, you know how to play.
8.
Single purchases for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I would say they didn't have like the little twin ladies in the game.
Oh yeah, I know, right? There's no Mothra either.
All the monsters that were there, there should have been monsters.
The only like really, really good Godzilla game is Destroy All Monsters Melee on the GameCube. And Xbox, I suppose, but I have it on the GameCube. It's just fantastic. I wonder if that PS3 game's out yet.
I've lost count of how many cards you have.
It's fine.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I have.
Sorry.
Well, I have the stacks ready, so it's fine. I'm just gonna cost myself like 2 or 3 seconds.
I imagine this transaction going that like Rooks like goes over to a shelf where there are many cards, and he picks up one, and then comes over to the counter and like hands it to the lady. It's like, I'll have this, please. And she's like, that'll be 10 gold. And he like puts the 10 gold on there, and she's like, thank you, come again. And he walks back over to the shelf, picks up a single card. I'd like to purchase this, please. That'll be 10 gold. Thank you, come again.
I'm feeling really squiddery without my notes.
I love the music for Draven Pass. But the next area is like my favorite music.
Say this game has.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Were we live whenever I said that Jun Ishikawa did this music?
I don't think we were. If you
So,
would like to repeat.
Jun Ishikawa did the soundtrack to this game. He is the composer of all the Kirby games. So it'll have a little bit of a Kirby-ish vibe to it.
Somebody had mentioned that one of the fights was similar to a Kirby Superstar boss battle.
Really?
Yeah. Well, just like, somebody in chat, or did I say that?
Yeah, somebody in chat said that the combat in general, I think, reminded them of one
Yeah, there's
Kirby Superstar
in
boss.
Kirby Superstar, there's a joke battle where you fight RPG enemies, like, and it does like all this dialogue and stuff, and it is a little reminiscent of this game, and this music is as well. This is one of two RPGs I think that Jun Ishikawa did the music for. The other being AGDE, which never came out in the States. That was kind of it was a little bit of a Zelda-ish, Lagoon-ish sort of, action RPG. Actually, I'd say it was probably most like Brainlord.
I didn't know that didn't come out.
Yeah, no, there's no AGDE over here.
Alright, now, these fights I'm going to kind of tear through-ish, because I have a lot of cards now. So I can do, like, these double water cards and just wreck. There's, they miss pretty frequently. So, like, sometimes I can use cards and just, like, nothing
Yeah,
happens.
don't you love menu-based RPGs where spells miss?
Pretty great. I hear
my favorite.
something.
Yeah. Smiley face what? Oh yeah. The man.
Yeah.
The man attacks.
No, it's...
I don't love that.
You gotta wonder how he's doing 80 damage.
Yeah.
Because, spoilers, he joins you later.
Whoa.
And he doesn't have any equipment.
Yeah, that's
This would be dangerous for women in
that's what I loved whenever.
Right. Looks like there's kobolds hiding in the weeds if you look. Not that one, but the other print.
I love Trunk Man. He's like, woo!
Yeah, these things are worth lots of experiences. I like to get them in groups of 6 and then earth card them down. So I probably won't get any big groups. See, there's that kobold.
Okay.
He's like hiding in there. See him? His little pointy head.
Maybe.
It's actually the trail on the other side, but whatever.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, it was really funny whenever the man joined my party, and I was like, oh, he only does like 10 damage because he doesn't have anything.
Yeah, that's what that sword I bought is for. I used to not get that 500 gold chest, and he would just be unarmed, which it's okay because I mostly use him as a magic battery, but it's a lot faster if he has a weapon too. Weird.
Yeah, I know. Instead of just karate chopping everything.
Honey.
Intelligence, honey.
Yes. Honey is the key to this run. You need the intelligence honey for magic damage reduction on the final boss. And you need the other honeys to sell to get money to buy intelligence honeys.
It's basically all intelligence. It's the only stat that's super important besides basically HP and MP getting to the level.
Shit.
So is the man in the
No, he's
Nah,
not.
he'll join in at the end of this, I believe.
Yeah, you have a four-player or 4-character max party, counting the spirit.
Yeah, 3 characters though, but
So are the bees like really smart since there's intelligence, honey? Or I guess not, because they poop it all out. So there goes all their intelligence. That's what honey is, right? Bee poop.
yeah,
Bee
yeah.
poop.
It's science.
And
Science.
so these fights, without cards, these fights just take absurd amounts of time.
Is this like a super grindy game where you just spend hours in one area?
It is for me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
See, I love grindy games. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm
I
asking.
love. Yeah, I'm a super grindy player.
Yeah, there's really only one spot where I'm gonna grind, and it's in the last chapter, so you may not even see it. Because I might get wrecked. Alright, and this boss is a little iffy coming up here. I'm gonna smoke my herbs. That is not a good number for her, but I don't... fuck it. I ain't taking any chances. Alright, we're gonna put Sylph away, because this guy's fire element, and he can one-shot her. Need to put about 8 damage on him. Very nice.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Ooh, yeah. Kind of undid that whole missing thing.
Luckily, I brought extra cards.
Sweet.
That was like nothing, and I was already just clenched.
Oh, great. So the actual name is Darwin.
Oh.
And then the next area is the one that has a lovely...
And his music is pretty great.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to change to it right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this music. It's like...
Have a sword.
It's like the Doors with flutes. I don't know,
Oh
it's-
no, 6 trunk bands.
Oh, that was the fight that you said you like to get.
Yep. Earth, what am I doing? Now, Darwin has most of the magic in this game is useless. The healing is fantastic, and he has a spell called Attribute 2 that inflicts elemental damage. I can't remember which types it is, but it wrecks everything in this chapter in one hit, so I don't really care.
Like, they have really vaguely, like, Attribute 3, Attribute 2 spells, and they're combinations of 2 different elements. So, like...
And you can actually see the elements, like that one's wind and water. That might be it.
That's kind of the clue, yeah.
There might be some earth in there. Couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Are the cards AoE? Do they attack everything? Or?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
The card packs do, and then some of the attribute spells do, some don't. They vary.
I say I don't remember a whole lot of attack spells that don't attack everything.
They're about half and half, I think.
Then again, I was always a dork, and I plow through with regular attacks because I, save up and get all the armor and weapons and gain all the levels and all that boring stuff.
Yeah, weapons are much more useful than armor in this game, but armor's pretty useful too. But you have to get a lot of it. Yeah. Yay! Yes. And his name is Charles Darwin.
I mean, it's kind of a spoiler when you saw his face. It looks just like him. But you can't see the beagle, so that's the thing.
What? Oh, that opening drum. Defend. Yeah, if he goes first too many times, you find yourself with surplus cards at the end, and that can screw up Chapter 3 a little bit. But you can't... There's not a lot you can do about it. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because ideally you want a full inventory of wind cards for the ice mine, but it's not undoable if you have a surplus. And you can only save the game in the towns. You cannot save in the dungeon. I'm not gonna save at all because I have the only real places where you can die. It's just gonna cost you an hour no matter what you do, so it's pretty much game over.
Did you have like a backup save?
I've got a save file for start of chapter 4 and start of chapter 5 using actual speedrun techniques just in case. And then if I get completely rocked and I'm pissed enough, I might load my chapter 5 overleveled file and just punch my way to the end. Cuz even if I fail, it'd be cool to, you know,
Just
show
see the
people
end.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what's funny is the overlevel file isn't that overfile, and I could still die on there,
But
just due to the
you'll
garbage.
have less of a chance. So we'll hope for a single segment.
Yeah.
But like I said, having also beaten this game, I totally understand if it comes down to that, because this game gets really bullshit towards the end.
Yeah, there's a few things that are unfortunate.
All of Rooksis's power.
Alright, I just got my first elemental spirit party buff. Those things are unbelievably useful. Like, Sylph can increase the dodge chance of everybody in the party.
Like
and
permanent,
each-
right?
Well, permanent for the fight.
Oh, okay.
Alright, now we're gonna honey farm.
Because what's a good RPG on the Super Nintendo without doing some beekeeping?
That'd be a fun mini game too.
I know, right?
Like, you go back to town and you attend all your little bee colonies.
Aw.
Yeah. And you get to waste more of my time, Gurgen. That's cool.
Yeah, these first dungeon enemies showing up late in the second area.
Just to cast AoE 7 damage.
Yeah, just to really mess with your time and
And
patience.
then in chapter 4 you get AoE'd for 100 while you have 400 hit points, and there are 3 enemies doing it, and they got first strike.
Sometimes they get to go just twice.
Yeah,
No real reason at all.
yeah, that's the thing that probably. See, that's 68 damage. That was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, when elements crit the stuff that is weak to them, it hurts pretty bad. So if you put the wrong element on while you're fighting something, you will get killed very quickly.
And the game really likes to mix them up.
Yeah, there's a few. That's another problem with chapter 4. The enemy block that kills you easiest has a. It's made of wind and water, so you can't use fire. You can't turn yourself fire because the water guys will kill you, and you can't use earth to defend because then the water will kill you. I said that backwards.
This game thought of that?
Yeah, there's an unwinnable element combination, so you have to just not do anything and pray. Stop hitting her!
Pray to the god of Magic the Gathering.
Alright, he's out of MP.
Oh, that's not Tifa.
No, Tifa's a bitch.
She, yeah, she betrayed us.
I stepped out, that's right. She's got, that's what's her name is.
I mean, I don't like to use the word
Stop
bitch as a
killing
pejorative,
me.
but I mean, she totally stabbed you in the back and stole your MacGuffin, so
Yeah, she's not nice. But there's a reason that she's not nice, which
It's
we will
true.
find later.
It's true.
Alright, we are
It will be
gonna
explained in like a 17-minute cutscene.
we're gonna heal Sylph because it's a joke.
Yeah.
Because we are going to sleeping bag and get a bunch of MP back. We're gonna walk backwards to save a couple seconds. Oh, come on! Take that! Die. The reason I healed Sylph is because we are about to fight the Fire Elemental Spirit. And we are gonna try
That
to
music.
Great
water
music.
card him down.
Kind of got like a
Yeah, that's definitely.
And I need to put her away ASAP because he will cast AoE fire spells and hit her for about 70 damage.
What you notice there, he's basically shoulder checking you.
Alright, so
It
we
took me
put
a
her
while
away.
to figure out that's what his animation is.
So 20, 30 isn't too bad, but you know, it hits her a lot. It hits Sylph a lot harder. Probably should have used another dose of cards.
That's
But
pretty good. Pretty good luck.
yeah. There we go. Alright, now he's my pal.
the Soviet experience.
Sylph levels up with Rooks. Every time Rooks gains a level, all the spirits just get stronger to match.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't really have to manage them. They're more like just an assist to the main character.
Yeah, it's almost like a... Yeah, what he said. So right now, Sylph is regenerating health and mana. So that's a trick I like to use. Go out of my way to get a tent, because they cost 2,000 gold in this game.
Ridiculous. It's like Final Fantasy 6
I
prices.
don't know what the fuck they're made out of, but...
Made out of 2,000 gold.
Now I'm normally at least pushing 11th by this time. That was the wrong element.
Yeah, watering a tree usually doesn't.
I needed those out of my inventory, and I was just kind of like,
Just kind of.
oh cool, these are the guys, but they're not. Oh come on, Hue tree, Hue. Alright, I just want to real quick check my XP 124. I don't know if that's worth grinding out. I've been as high as 12th going into Chapter 3, though. And that is pretty helpful. Let's see what we get here. 24, yeah, we're not going to worry about that. Alright,
I like how it looks like you're about to drop right off a cliff, and that's just how you get to the next area.
yeah. Let's see, she is good. Okay.
kind of how it's sitting outside right now.
Oh my god, that guy's face.
He's got a lot of head and eyebrow and beard.
Help me, my eyebrows are taking over my face. See, now he's a person, he's not in a card anymore.
How can I function? Four kinds, and this is kind of where they go over some of that card and stuff.
I love that 2 of the special magic items out of the 3 are swords.
Yeah.
It's so weird. The enchanted jewel. Don't you have it hidden away? She's like, yes, I have it hidden away in a safe place. Clearly, right there on
Yeah.
the front of her turban. Rip in peace, door.
No, Ariel is already gone.
Door is there.
Oh, Zarel.
So this guy you're actually supposed to beat.
Going to dodge all. Ifrit doesn't have Stomp All yet, unfortunately, so I don't get an attack power boost. This person is kind of a jerk. Hits really hard. Oh wow, I have so many cards. Crap. Terrell actually has pretty high magic resistance. That's why I brought all the cards in the first place, but... Now, when Sylph dodged all, that applies to Ifrit as well. That slot just kind of keeps all the buffs. Ouch.
Yeah.
Get Sylph back.
Now will the fire guy be regenerating?
It's only when you walk, but you also heal to full between chapters. So. Dang. I got way too many water cards, but it's not the worst thing.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
It'll save me time buying win cards. Wait, there's a letter. Coming to the ice mine. Don't do anything until I get there, including getting captured. Okay, this is where I need my notes. Alright, we're going to sell the honey, except for the intelligence honey. Weapons, we need an ice blade. We need a scimitar. You can trade items, pretty cool. We need a plate mail. No, breastplate. And an iron shield.
For your breasts.
Which we will buy in cash. Then we need ice mine, we need 5 of those. We need to get 2 sleeping bags. We better get 3. Ice blade, breastplate, iron shield. And then we're gonna get max out win cards, and max out water cards, and hit Dungeon 3. And this is the first of many times where Rooks is all by himself, with just his spirit, because everybody is dicks.
How many dungeons are there?
There are 5.
So this is the second one you said you're going?
Well, there's more than 5, just because there's different named ones, but there are 5 chapters worth of connected dungeons.
Oh. So this
So,
is the
I'm
second chapter.
going into the 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah, the first 3 chapters, after I've started grabbing that 500 gold chest, the first 3 chapters are pretty easy and pretty fast. The 4th chapter is rough, and the 5th chapter is rougher, as you would expect.
We've got 2
Don't jinx me.
quick donations. $3 from unknown, not much, but all I have on my PayPal account. Thank you.
Good enough?
Curzon donates $15 and says, "Goal Haipu. I hope this helps for the children."
Yay. Thank you.
Children. How much are we at now?
Our current total is $9,268.
Almost there.
Almost there.
Not with this run. People are like, what is this game? I'm gonna go pee. And then not come back until Super Metroid.
Yeah, the music is amazing.
It is. It's almost worth staying for that. Almost.
That's what Tyson It's Kirby Superstar.
Jeru. I love that.
Yeah.
That kind of
Jeru.
real, literal Japanese like spelling. That's like I think it's Super Putty or something like that. In Japan, it's called Jerry Boy.
Jerry Boy.
Yeah, it's supposed to be jelly. But they,
You would think a fire spirit would be really strong in an ice dungeon, and you would be wrong.
yeah.
But he is good on this middle floor because they like to spawn wind element things that rip you apart. And he's good at not getting hurt by wind because he's made of fire. Thanks, Arcana.
Thanks, Arcana. You're a true friend.
Yes. I'm going to take this cartridge out in the street and beat it with a sledgehammer as soon as I'm done with this run. Not really, but
Maybe if somebody donates $800.
yeah, this donate for me to smash this game on stream, because I will do it. I have a lot of pent-up rage. I mean, I'll buy it again afterwards, but
I was gonna say, this isn't my copy, is it? That's probably why you asked me to bring my copy as a backup.
lol secret smash game
Just in
percent.
case it doesn't work.
Whoa, what happened?
Oh no! Axis.
Thanks, Rooks. Now I can give him the iron shield so that we both have armor, but I found that keeping it all on Rooks is better because it's better to have one character with a lot of damage reduction than have
Characters with like a little bit.
yeah. And plus, Axis has more hit points, so he tends to be a little more resilient anyways. It's those front things there. They can come in like a group of 6 with a fighter in the center, and they'll just destroy your party. I didn't give him his weapon.
So
How to do that?
since the game doesn't really,
Ugh.
since it adds apostrophe S to every name whenever you like gain a level or whatever, and says all of like Rooks' power has been increased, it doesn't follow the grammar rule of not having a second S there. They add a second S to Rooks and Axis's name, so then it's AXS apostrophe S.
Axis's.
Axis's.
Take that with the 2 damage because
I
I'm
just think
stupid.
that's funny because he has one of the dumbest names.
Yeah, that's a weapon. That's not a name.
Rooks is a
Speaking
chess
of
piece.
weapons, yeah, it's 2 chess pieces or more.
Be careful, we might have somebody in the chat.
Yeah.
Poe Dungeon.
Somebody in the chat's like, their name is AXSSSSS, and they're just like single tier.
Alright. It's funny, his little character box has an axe, but he's never going to put one on in this game.
Yeah, don't you... Are there even axes?
There are a couple,
Okay.
and they all are terrible.
He commonly equips swords. Yeah, because axes have like such a high rate of missing. Isn't that what it is?
They're like really expensive, and they don't do too much damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna get these herbs out of my inventory the smart way.
It just seems like a foul prank to play on axes. But that's your name, but here, have the sword.
Now,
Also, your graphic.
you'll notice Rooks just did jack shit damage to that guy because he's got the Ice Blade, which is water element, and that guy was earth element. And your weapon element, if any, takes precedence even over your body element. So like if Sylph turns everybody to wind, Rook's attacks are still considered water, which you will see. Maybe we'll see, unless I wipe that whole board with one group of cards. Yep. Yep. And that's really fun because there's 2 left, so it's not worth blowing another card stack, but it takes...
Seems like they blew all their imagination on naming the enemies at this point.
Yeah.
Undead. Bone. The man left you because he's tired of playing with children or whatever. He's very, like, arrogant.
Ramia.
Yeah, instead of playing with Lamia.
I believe there are Lamias later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what the funny Oh, it's Easter thing. Easter thing, okay.
Oh, that is a fight.
Whoa. I hate that cow.
Now they all do AoE Earth. I've got Sylph out, so that's good, but I may not need to worry about it. Oh, that was handy. I forgot where I was. Okay. Second right. I can't believe how I memorized the dungeons. Like, I'm still in shock.
I think Color Democracy is winning.
Right?
Alright.
That would be, yeah.
Your Grimrock needs some.
I think that would actually drive me to snap a game in half. Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Mr. Dover, can I have another pallet?
Polar Dungeon. Icicle Dungeon. Whoop.
You can see, so named for all the icicles that are in this dungeon. Fighter.
Hey, if it's good enough for D&D.
I guess so.
Stop. And the bad part about these later AoE spells is that they actually hurt.
Yeah, right now they're just, eh.
And it's a minor annoyance. We should be good. Son of a crap. Of course I had to say that.
Oh man, it sleeps.
Yeah, you can get sleep locked in this level, but it hasn't happened to me yet. Oh, Axis has awakened. Good job, Axis.
He's asleep, but he's awakened.
Helpful.
About axes.
Many, many times.
Have you played this?
Oh, but the guy's name.
Yeah.
They're saying axes are apparently pretty bad in this game, so he just uses swords all the time.
I see.
So your name is Axes. You actually like axes. I'm a sword guy myself.
It looks like he's holding one. He's trying to hide it.
Don't look at it!
His whole life.
Like it's one of those family heirlooms that he doesn't actually like, but he can't get rid of.
Ice mine. Yeah, this place is a terrible maze, but there's a pretty straight way through it as long as you can remember it.
Yeah, this place has thwarted me a few times.
This is the first treasure room. full of Chapter 5 enemies with enemies with Chapter 5 level experience that are Chapter 3 strength. It's
so
the
you were in the icicle place, now you're in the polar place.
yeah. There's 3 floors. They each have their own name.
Okay, got it.
This guy here, he's what a troll.
No feet.
Die.
Die, monster, you don't belong.
All right, now there's treasure in every one of these alcoves, but I only want the honey, as I explained earlier. Which, if you aren't here, you need the honey. You need to drink the intelligence honey and sell the rest of the honey to buy more intelligence honey, because it gives
I
you
love these.
damage reduction against the final boss.
I love these warlocks because they're all like, I'm an almighty magical warlock, now I punch you with fists, haha!
Right. And also, my spell sucks. Many punchy fists.
Many punchy fists of doom.
Back out. I'm gonna take a risk. Not pull out F.A.S.T. Pay it off. Fuck. Gotta go get more treasure. More treasure.
That treasure.
Get the treasure. Ain't gonna last. Maybe it will.
Alright.
Well, that's... Huh. Wasn't expecting that. Honey! More honey. Guess what's over here?
I'm gonna guess honey.
You are correct.
Oh, trolls! They got trolled!
Trolls guarding the honey.
One too many Pooh Bears have been in that area. Been down there. To up security to troll level.
Freet just got Stomp All. That's a good spell. It increases your party's attack power.
Always a good spell.
Yes. Let's get lots of kills. Lots of kills. That qualifies as lots. Ah.
Chat is complimenting the architect of this dungeon and how smooth the ice must have been carved in order to craft this perfectly square
Uh-huh.
hallways.
They're so symmetrical and
Yeah.
And
consistent.
it's not even slippery. That was a return ring. That was not honey. I will need that in Chapter 4 to save a decent amount of time. Wow, I'm stupid. That's okay. There are much worse mistakes I could have made. Oh, crit, nice. Yeah, when your characters yell, "Take that," that's a critical. And when they yell, "Ouch,"
They should
they have
call you.
been criticaled.
They should call you Lewis Crits. For all the crits.
Throwing out crits. I'm going to get Sylph in case that deep one does stupidity. I smell Whataburger. Okay.
I'm glad you like the Whataburger.
Don't choke. Oh, I'm running low on cards. It's not cool. Yeah, you tend to have just enough to finish the dungeon, but sometimes if your encounter rate's a little higher, you'll run out, and that's not good because then your fights start taking a lot of time.
So how do the cards work? Like, if you cast one, will it AoE and it's just the power?
It's equivalent to a level lightning one. Like if you use one wind card, it's equivalent to lightning one cast by Sylph.
Gotcha.
And if you use 3, it's equivalent to lightning 3.
Nice.
Which your spirits don't get that spell until you hit level 23. So using 3 cards together is a huge damage boost at this level. That's okay. We all hiccup sometime. The intelligence honey, you use it out of combat to increase that character's intelligence permanently.
Yeah,
and
it's permanent stat boost.
and intelligence gives you, it's like your damage reduction for magic. Which, speaking of which, now is a good time to use that because this boss coming up uses magic, and this can help.
Is it a I forget, is it a scale increase or is it just
I believe it's a random number between 1 and 5.
jeez, I hate that.
So you can buy all the honey you want and get just nothing from it. Alright, this is good. We're getting a few fights that we can melee through.
Any game that lets you purchase like stat boosts, like permanent stat boosts, is in some way broken, in my opinion.
Probably a fair assessment.
I don't mean broken like literally. I mean it's obviously a functional game, but you know.
Yeah. Let's go wind element for a little help.
Get winded.
I feel so winded. That was a good miss. Oh my goodness. We could just hurry this up. Thank you. Oh, right. I'm going south. Got a handy little compass down there. It's like, why is that hallway so short? What did I fuck up? Spicy ketchup? Alright, we're coming up on another sub-boss, but it's harder than the actual boss, kinda. Maybe. It's weird. We're gonna get in a sleeping bag and camp out right in front of him.
He's over there just like his arms crossed.
The Hydra. Very nice crit. Yeah, we're just gonna go hard. Dodge all and then get Sylph out of there quick.
Yeah.
Or that fire's gonna hurt her. Very nice. Nice
Oh,
crit.
damn.
Defend. Now get out.
Get out.
Alright, we'll add some attack power. Probably don't need to. He's probably only got a few hits left, but you don't really want to chance it with Hydra because he can start spamming Flame 3.
There you go.
If you notice, that does about 80 damage.
Dangerous. Not
Oh
insurmountable.
man.
It actually, I think it's doing more to Rooks because he's holding that water weapon. I need to... Yeah, okay,
Nice.
good.
Boom.
I was gonna heal, but nah.
All of Axis' power.
And what's great, he gives you the water spirit now.
That he had the whole time.
Would have been handy in that fight against a horrible fire boss, but it would have made it impossibly easy. So that's okay. All right, we're gonna heal up
Speaking of,
Efreet just to get him pumpy, and then we're gonna get out Merid, who her name looks like Mario. And then we're gonna have another Sleepy, and then we're gonna rock out. Continuing on. Merid's actually my favorite spirit. She has an AoE heal, and Water Elemental is pretty useful. I think Efreet might be the most useful spirit because he's got Stomp. He has a single target heal for 100 hit points, and the Fire Element helps you grind Cloud Dragons in Chapter 5, which is unbelievably necessary for this particular kind of run. Okay. So we've got a lava room here in the center of the ice dungeons.
Science.
Yes, science is the reason for that. How am I hungry?
Chat is very excited about Mario the Elemental.
Oh, cool.
they excited about this long ass story?
I don't think I've seen mention of the story. Someone is asking about the skull card in the bottom left. I assume that's just an empty slot. Or...
It
Yeah, those are our empty slots. We can have up to 2 more party members for that. Sauza. All right, we're gonna start passing out party buffs. Yes, this is actually the boss of the chapter. Not the Hydra. It's this guy that looks like Vega from Street Fighter, or you know, Balrog. If you're up on the thing. If I can just words. That bass line. Die! This guy's like 750 health or something stupid. It's a lot.
Yeah, I remember this guy being really difficult.
Yeah, he can double crit you, and it is not cool. But I've got MP and medicine, so I don't care.
Power through it.
Yeah. There isn't.
There's no run.
So whatever I do.
Is the world record.
Yeah.
Guys, this is a world record run we're watching today.
Ooh, that was a clencher.
Did he just triple turn?
He double turned while I was in the red. And if he had critted rooks, that would have been a game over. And a run killer because I haven't saved it. But well, I actually have a chapter 4 save that I could have cheesily loaded up and continued the run
As long as you beat this
been
guy,
shameful.
That's kind of
And like seriously, look how long this is taking compared to any other boss fight. Zarel's good. See, look at that.
Shit.
Yeah. So now we're gonna medicine up. Oh look, I'm full.
Yeah, I always did like that. That it has a pretty good heal everything
There we go.
item you can purchase.
Oh, thank you.
Applause, because that means that now if he dies, he can load.
Chapter 4 confrontation.
I mean, it won't be a single run all the way through, but we'll get to the end of the game now.
Yeah, you'll at least get to see it. I almost dropped this run, but then people convinced me to just... It doesn't matter if you fail. Which,
I had to do it without telling him that I'm playing Godzilla on the Game Boy. Like, I'm playing a really stupid game. You can do this.
I think it's cool. Anytime there's a game that like nobody else really runs, it's always interesting. to
Yeah,
see.
like that. Once that Godzilla run goes on YouTube, it's gonna be the only one. I looked like thoroughly for any kind of long play or speed run or even like a tool assisted, and there's nothing.
wait, I'm stupid. Alright, I gotta check how many win cards I have. I need... Okay, I can max... No, I don't want to max fog. Yes, I do want to max fog cards. Okay, this... If anybody needs to poop, now would be the time.
Do you need a break? Like, do you want me to do this for you?
No, I better just...
Stay the course.
Yeah, I don't... I'm good on all fronts so far.
I'm not. I'm probably gonna duck out in a second.
I would like to add though that a task of that Godzilla game sounds amazing.
I know, right?
That would be...
I would love to see that.
You could probably find some really stupid glitches
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, I
broken
found a
as crap.
few. Like I've run boulders into each other, and then once I busted one boulder, like graphics would be just missing out of the other boulder, but it wouldn't be registered as destroyed. But once you punch it, it goes back to normal because it swaps the sprite out. Like I said, the other one I discovered was Hydra. Whenever you when he's halfway down a vine, you punch him, he just goes sailing, and then sometimes he comes back to the other side of the screen. And, the one thing I'm really surprised didn't happen in my Godzilla run was me running under a boulder while punching it, because that happens a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like I probably did that 5 times on my practice run just yesterday. Yeah,
What are we at on time?
We just hit 106.
Okay. Yeah, the first 3 chapters together is about an hour. The 4th chapter is about an hour, and the 5th chapter is about an hour.
We have 2 donations pending. Curzon donates $15 and says, "Goal Haipu. I hope this helps for the children." And
Read
some,
that one.
huh?
think
Did
so.
I? Oh, well. Then there's another one that's from Unknown with no comment of $25. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Unknown.
Thanks.
If you decide to donate, please include your name, and if you would like, we have incentives for Super Metroid, which is later tonight, to kill or save the animals. Kill is now ahead by $280.
Jesus.
Kill jumped way ahead.
Rip in peace, animals.
And we also have several slots still for Final Fantasy IV character names, so get those donations in. Thank you guys.
I'm looking forward to that Final Fantasy IV run. I love Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah, that's a great game.
Oh, just for naming like Final Fantasy characters, there was a minimum. I just
What I'm going to do is, as people donate, there's a max of 12 characters, and I'll just rank
Okay.
it.
So we're gonna get
Possible you donate $1, and there's like 30 donations.
5 of those. We get 2 more sleeping bags. And we're gonna get. Whoa, what happened there? Okay. We're gonna get. We're gonna get about 10 of those for keeping my health up in the top floors. I get more than 10. 12's probably good. Oh no, 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 go in the door, go in. I lost 2 seconds, no world record.
No.
Uh,
Reset.
let me see, is this when I get the Dragon Blade? My notes. I need my notes. I need a plate mail, which I add to this. Yes, and then I'm gonna trade the Dragon Blade for the Ice Blade. And then I'm going to purchase a Mithril Gauntlet, which is a change. I used to get an Elder Staff for someone later to have a weapon, but it's you find a weapon that's better than it like 3 floors in, so it's fine. Okay, so Dragon Blade, Breastplate, Iron Shield, and now Axis gets to put on armor for the first time.
About time.
no more naked percent.
Aww.
Naked percent. Alright, here we go.
Naked access. It is funny to me how you never move away from that little area, as far as the.
Yeah, and I should let people see them walking to the dungeon because it's funny.
It is funny.
All right, now I'm gonna start running from a lot of battles starting in this chapter. This one, for instance. No, I have like 1,000 fog cards that just let me bye. They're like ninja smoke balls. They're like the best item in the game.
Smoke bomb, boom. Yeah, it's like the end of Luffy and the Fortress of Doom. It's all about like smoke balls and sweet water. Because like you, even using those, which help you escape and lower your encounter rates, like respectively. Even with those, you'll hit level 99 before you hit the last dungeon. So you won't gain any more levels, and all the enemies are so easy. It's just that all the dungeons are so long, and all the encounter rates are so high, that unless you're just running the whole time, yeah, you're gonna definitely max out.
Boss fight. He's got heads for shoulders.
Nice. You seem pretty happy about this whole thingy thing.
Yeah, well,
You got a drooling problem too.
yeah, he is a water elemental.
Oh, that's okay. That explains.
Yeah, he's got influx of drool, and he casts earth spells for some reason. We're probably not going to pull out Efreet because he can crit him for about 200.
Yeesh.
I don't really want to deal with that right now. However, the smash spell hits Mario a little harder, but and it's actually merid, but I like to say Mario because Mario.
Yeah, totally Mario. I think the chat appreciates that too.
Yeah. Some days I just like him and like, oh, that's just Mark, Barrett.
Wake up, room. Pay attention.
Yeah, because it's all lowercase right there. So I got my level 2 spells on. Yay, I got the Earth Spirit. Woohoo! That is the 4th and final spirit, but there's a catch, which you will see later. Daylight come and we won't go home.
Boom.
That encounter rate, though.
Such encounter rate.
Much encounter rate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, that little area we saw is actually on that map. It's like a country, but
The
pretty small country.
I feel like the main draw of this game has always been just the quality and, you know, the compelling nature of like all the dungeons.
Yeah.
Like they're just so
It's just really evocative.
exactly, yeah, it like really draws you in.
They don't ever explicitly say it, but I believe Axis is like a Gimli dwarf.
He's short. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's short. He's got the beard, the Viking helmet. I mean, he's a dwarf. He's got an
probably has
axe.
Scottish accent.
His name is Axes.
Only dwarves name their
she gets
children after weapons.
Yeah, starting here, we need to start splitting this up. It's just too much risky, and so we had to go back to town because we couldn't proceed past that door, and Salah offered to, she's healed now, so she's like, I'm better, let's go
Are you gonna
explore,
watch
and
them?
I fucked up. They walk, and then they go up into that tower. It's
yeah.
cute. They're little chibi, squishy guys.
Yeah. It's really the game's only way to really tell you that they're people.
I could have just backed out of the dungeon and did it again.
Oh no, you'll get another chance.
I forgot to reload fog cards, but
Oh.
I should be okay. I only used 4. I should be good. If I'm not good with that, then I deserve it.
Deserve what's happening.
Defend. And fog card out.
All tomorrow's playing a day, so no rush.
Yes. Hopefully I will be favored by RNGesus today.
Well, today is Easter.
That's a good point.
The RNGesus will rise again.
Bugbear. I'm using an awful lot of fog cards on these first 2 floors, though.
It's
Well-
better than trying to fight.
However, I am going to fight through these guys because rooks can one-shot them. And I want to conserve at least a couple of fog cards, just due to this encounter rate. And she's doing 1 damage because I don't have a weapon for her yet, but she will get one in due time.
She was the one who used to get the Elder Staff, right?
Yes. Which I then gave to Tifa, but in Chapter 5, but she's going to get something
So-
else too.
Is there just something up with the shading on her character art, or is she supposed to be heterochromic? Does say her eyes are different colors?
Oh, it might be like, I'm not sure because it looks like that sometimes on my TV and sometimes not, like at home. But
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna blow all her magic points real quick because she's about to get them back. Is everybody like full? I'm gonna hurry. Oh, she's gonna heal. That was a waste of time. And she's at full. That's not many hit points. Get more hit points. Get good. Royal Tears.
A blue, blue, blue. My
And she's back to
dog
full.
is dead.
Alright, only 10 floors to go.
Hooray! We're almost in the clear. But the cool thing is the variety of backdrops.
Yeah, there are actually 3 different backdrops in this dungeon. We get a scenery change at floor 5.
It's sort of a sarcastic, not sarcastic thing. Like, technically this does have... Because, I mean, the ice cave only had blue bricks and slightly darker blue bricks.
There's 3 shades.
Oh, okay, and then also somewhat darkish or blue bricks.
Vampire Bee. Who wants to fuck with one of those? Raise your hand. 2, 3, 4, turn. Now it is on. Because we have the Demon Axe.
Sweet.
And if you use the Demon Axe as an item in battle, you cast Smash 3. And
Huzzah.
it is time for killing.
Time for Axes to live up to
Yeah,
its
so now
namesake.
yes. Axe has finally got his axe, and it is the best one in the game.
It's a state breeding, like a state breeding.
I wish. I bet it is. Probably why this tower's here. See, it's just AoE just crushing everything because I feel like it. You defend. Please stop that. I want you to defend. Man, they are getting some turns. Yeah, the initiative system is pretty random. I haven't quite figured it out yet. It's probably because it's random.
Did I miss the catch with the new elemental?
It was after the boss fight. With the weird...
No, there's a catch coming up involving him.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
And you did not miss it.
Spoil it.
Oh, I won't spoil it. I remember what it is, but I don't remember enough specifics.
Right now,
to even-
Sala gets her weapon, the Wish Wand. Well, broccoli's a plant, and plants are in the earth, and he's earth, so yes.
Thank you.
Broccoli game,
It's like,
OP.
"Hold smash!"
Yeah, he's
He's like pounding on a... Looks like actually a bunch of broccoli.
Is he named for that song at the end of
yes.
It was a very good movie.
And Sala's weapon also shoots elementals everywhere, and then
Do you
yeah.
think it's supposed to be Sarah?
I have often wondered.
'Cause, I mean,
Right.
they've already messed up like that a lot in naming some of the enemies.
Yeah,
yeah.
looks. Chop. Good. All right, we we need to get as many. We need to get as many experiences as possible, as quickly as possible, because the fights go from I can do this to I can't do this pretty quickly in this tower.
I love that it says you've annihilated Demon Axe.
Yeah, you
Nice.
annihilate it every time you use it.
Exactly. It's more like you annihilated with, but okay.
You know, grammar
Yeah.
thing.
Who needs it?
What is it good for? Thank you.
And all of those are complete sentences.
Yeah, he's okay though. He's after getting critted from full, Deo still has about as much health as everybody else. He's your tank spirit.
Just funny because I wonder if like these enemies are like just ganging up and running at like attacking like an actual card. I mean, how else are they hitting him?
I feel like they like maybe he throws the card on the ground and then the spirit pops out.
Enemies are like,
No
kill
telling.
it, kill it with axes.
Ouch! Die. Getting some levels, it's cool. I'd like to be 18 going into Chapter 5, but it's not looking like it.
The infamous attribute 4.
Yeah, that I will never use in this playthrough.
Is it not worth the grinding for safety, or?
No, it just... going in at 18 would save me grinding time, is what it is.
I gotcha.
It's one of those things where it's like the way...
The grinding I do in Chapter 5 is for safety, but it just... If you go in at 17, it's just, like, really irritating.
And it's like, you'd have to grind a hell of a lot in order to really be safe against any of the, like, final encounters.
Yeah, because I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to the stat boosts that I'm getting on level up, but they're not big. They're small.
Some would say impotent.
Well, it looks weird on that TV.
Yeah. I've
It
been
almost looks like
watching
they're
that
sliding down.
one. Yeah. And it does this little ripple through it when it does certain things, like with the graphics. I've been fascinated with it.
Let's go heal 2 here. Heal 1 here.
That's how you get access into your party. He's petrified
Yeah,
in
I don't-
the ice cave.
I don't believe that enemies can even petrify you. I believe
Yeah.
that's the only thing in the entire game that spell's used for.
Yeah.
I can't recall ever using it at any other occasion.
What I thought Chris meant was that it would petrify somehow summoned. Meaning it's actually not a straightforward name spell at all.
Oh, yeah. Like, what's that one? How Ruse in Final Fantasy.
Yes.
I have extra sleeping bag. Yes. 3. I'll need one after 2. Okay. Hope that was right. Here comes that catch. Too bad.
Boom.
Double boss fight. With regular boss music.
Did it just say too bad you haven't yet acquired the Earth?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
But you had it for like.
I sure did.
Okay.
It was really Goro with the punk rock haircut over there in disguise. Snaky Goro.
Not the best. Alright. Oh, he hasn't gone yet. We're gonna attack and pair this one because his attack is very strong. That saves crits from one-shotting your spirits.
Hopefully he'll keep
Dodge
throwing
on.
pebbles at you.
Yeah, that's very handy. Impotently throwing pebbles.
Eh.
Come on, run.
So if that's surf.
Roof. Oh no, you're right. Surf.
Surf.
Let's get.
Hey, Mario.
Right.
Yeah.
It's merit, but it's pretty interesting. Yes, actually.
Okay.
I mean, it's
It is-
generic, but it's fun.
For a SNES RPG, it's somewhat compelling.
Sure.
It's just, if you're playing this game like, normal, there's so long between story elements that you usually forget the whole thing. It's
Alright.
like, what am I doing?
This is kind of a risky play because he uses Earth AoE magic, but he's made of fire, So the water element body is able to kick it. See now, yeah.
See, now he's-
So that's the risk, but it's still worth it even if he does that.
yeah.
Because now I hit like a truck. And until he does it again.
Yeah. But doesn't Merit have the AoE magic yet, or the healing magic?
That's at 18th.
Oh, jeez.
That's why 18 is a good level.
Right, right.
Oh my god.
Oh, this could end well.
Oh man.
Oh, that's good.
At least you kind of got double turn.
There it is.
Yeah.
And I leveled up and went into the red. Because my max health,
But you got that HP restore from someone.
yeah, from F.A.S.T. He'll be able to be used as a healing battery once in a while. And now I have earned the Earth Spirit. Spoilers, I get to keep all 4 spirits for the rest of the game.
Did you spoil that for me?
Sorry.
It's gonna ruin this whole thing. No, you get to keep them.
You know what?
Yes.
Okay, here we
I
go.
love that it's one sleeping bag and all 3 of them are.
We just jump in, just pile on in.
Take a little snooze.
Everybody snuggle! Fire Spirit, get out of here.
Well,
You're gonna burn the fabric. Die. Only those guys were worth more XP. Maybe I will hit 18th. We're getting a lot of encounters.
Only got 180 more floors to go.
Oh, yeah. The floors get smaller as you go up, too, so it's not as horrible as you might think.
This isn't a headache at all.
Okay, we're gonna pick up some armor for Axis. The Demon Mail. You've got Demon Mail. That boosts his defense a little bit. And then we're gonna put the plate armor onto Rooks.
Ah.
And yeah, now he's good. Rylus. So this floor is where the enemies start getting ugly. The ones that they'll put your... they can put your party to sleep on this floor, but there's no Medusas AoEing you down. So it mostly just costs you time right now. Demon Shield. And this is just safety strats right here. You're basically now Axis just can't be killed by punching. Look at that ghost.
Nice. It's like, yeah.
It's very spooky. That's the best you can do. Oh, cool.
That's exactly what you wanted.
The ghosts have like ridiculous dodge chance too. Like just
I suppose they are ethereal.
yeah, but on magic as well. Like you miss them a lot, but I'm not here for some reason. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. That's a good amount of experience points.
Oh, one step and that again.
Yeah.
Brutal encounter rate.
That's Arcana. Arcana.
Arcanta.
Oh.
Short. Did I screw up the mic? No. Okay, good.
Arcanta, the Cant Master.
That was a nice nothing kill. And then Wind is strong against Earth, so his Demon Axe doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah, I guess demons don't really seem too effective against ghosts. same side.
Yeah, usually. Depends on the anime. And now we go with this stuff.
Oh,
Alright, so now I'm going to change the attribute to fire. This will prevent the ghost from really doing anything to my party. Luckily, I had it freed out. That's part of the reason he's out. Oh, you're going to do that again? Okay. No effect.
At least, I'm trying to remember what's that RPG where they can extend, like, the amount of sleep time. Yeah, there's one of those. I don't remember. Yeah.
Now, the spirits cannot be put to sleep. That's why he's just kind of standing there being awesome.
Being aloof with his arms crossed.
He's so mad.
On account of sleeping.
Yes. I haven't slept yet.
I made a fire. I need to stay warm.
They're like roasting hot dogs in his body.
Like right above his head there, you see like marshmallows.
Ah, come on. And this is obviously like a pretty bad fight. It takes a long time, it's hard. But we gotta power through it.
Let's do it for the children.
Yes.
I'm really stressing about that final boss fight. It's looming on the horizon.
I remember not enjoying that fight, none of them were leveled. I assume. It's just the way I normally play things.
I like how nothing is dead yet. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and win card out. Because I need to get rid of those anyhow.
Drop those win cards like a microphone.
I got 2 turntables. You got a... Oh, I have microphone too.
I'm shaking my head for the rest of this run.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Please stop.
Like page 2 of the enemies that you have encountered.
Yeah.
Okay, let's kind of scroll down.
The Dragonian animation makes me he's like this guy that's like, yeah, we're gonna get you.
Yeah.
And then just sort of hangs in the back. And the other monsters just sort of take care of everything. Like, yeah.
Yeah, get him, Ghost, get him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The Rylus just looks like she's stuck in place. Can't move my knees. So that Ghost is very Hamzar.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It is no joke.
This is why there are no runs in this game.
I think I'm actually gonna fog card out of this one.
Oh.
It feels like the game is spiting you at this point.
Yes, I get
That
that
is-
feeling a lot.
That, yeah,
5%?
that is what Arcana is.
Even if it's a bit slower, is it kind of better because it's more XP?
Yes, it does help, but like that particular enemy array is just garbage. You don't want to go there, and I don't know why I have him out because he will get wrecked by yellow ghosts and skeletons.
Skellingtons.
No encounters, 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 no encounters. Yes, I'm awesome.
Yay!
That's as far as I need to get with it. Okay, I think we're good. Check equipment, Dragon Blade, breastplate, mail, iron shield. If it is a trap, I will fall into a trap.
Great.
Brooks is the
Sounds like yesterday.
Brooks has the kind of genius that in true leadership that any good card master needs.
Yeah. Please let me fight this boss by myself.
If it is a trap, I will fall into a trap.
Sure, man. Whoa, yeah, that's cool.
They're like, alright, sure, whatever.
But you're taking this demon with you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Double
I got
dodge.
these late cards.
Die. Ow. Yeah, he's not a joke. Aerial hurts. You might think an accuracy increasing spell is not that great. Boy, would you be wrong.
Is that the best you can do?
Yeah, if you don't get that spell to cast on the final boss, you lose.
Pretty much.
Did the buffs last the entire fight?
Yes, they do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm like pretty much all my stats are boosted right now, and he's human elemental, so he doesn't have a weakness. Look better. Is that the best you can do?
Like, yeah, I'm trying my best, guys.
Stop.
Can't see past the stupid epaulets.
It's like in front of his right eye. I never noticed that.
Yeah. It's like, I got you now.
Why do I keep missing? That's enough. Just shut up, buddy.
Oh snap!
Yeah. Ariel! Ariel! Who's
You're
this
my
guy?
best friend.
Whoa.
So his shoulder pads there that are spiky, I thought those were his hands first time I saw that.
God, I thought
Oh,
they were
yeah,
just
yeah.
And just little hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, ah.
I like the little face that his
Also, like-
Cheshire makes.
I also like after all that encounter where Galneon goes and like, you know, kills like the betrayer character or whatever. Like Rooks goes, that Galneon.
Yeah. And then he runs away real fast so his friends can't catch up to him and help him again.
Yep.
So I'm in the dungeon alone again.
That's why they're not in your party.
Yes. And this part sucks. A lot of things.
Things.
Let's just hope for the best right here. We're getting close to run killer territory. So we're gonna just clench it and just keep going. That was fucking fortunate.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you for that.
Darwin.
Okay, so now I won't be instantly killed.
An anagram of Darwin is win rad.
That's a good anagram for this. Okay,
Rad
so
win, whatever.
so we're gonna give him the breastplate and the mithril gauntlet we purchased. So now everybody's got some defense, and hopefully that's enough to carry us through. Floors 9 and yes, floors 9, 10, and 11 are bad. This floor is not great.
Yeah, skill points.
Yeah.
This upgraded
Yes.
They were raised
they actually
We got that Darwin music back.
sweet.
So wait, do you just never see Sarah X ever again?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
This is your first time playing.
You'll have to wait and they come back.
Alright.
Well, they're inevitable at this point, but they're not as bad anymore. Because when you get Darwin, things aren't terrible. Okay, now I need... Shit, I really need Merid, but she's hurty. She's about the best option for this whole area. Except if those earth ghosts come out, then they punch her to death. Okay, this is a real not good fight. Let's...
I like to think that the spell sleep is actually just an option. I'm just gonna go to sleep. Let me know if you win.
Whoa, that's nice.
Yeah, they really upped the decor in the top of the staff factory. This is where the management
Thousands of
stays.
years later,
Yes.
in a nice hotel somewhere.
That's where the management is.
And as convoluted as this hotel hall is, reminds me of the Gaylord.
That's a hotel in Maryland.
Yes.
How do I remember all this stuff? Is it... Yeah, it's all 3. Oh boy. Oh boy. Please wake up. Thank the Jesus. Thank you, RN Jesus.
Woo! It's an Easter miracle.
That's something. Alright, we're gonna herb up. Smoke them if you got them.
It's not too.
I'm tempted to beat her down. I hate those things so hard, but it'll just take too much time. Alright, now I gotta heal up a little bit. You want to keep maximum health all through this area just in case you get sleep locked. Otherwise, you will be killed. And it's not fun.
No, being killed is the opposite of fun.
Actually, that was probably the best option, because then if you get sleep locked with Orains, they do...
Oh, isn't the golden sword a selling item?
Yes.
Yeah. that's what I thought.
They do water damage, and his earth, turn everybody to earth spell will reduce that damage significantly. That was a mistake, but we'll go with it. Yeah.
Screw mistakes.
60 experiences.
Hooray.
He could have cast...
Merlini.
Yeah, he can
I
cast...
am the great Merlini.
He can cast a bad spell. I think it's Flame 2, and you'll run into groups with lots of them, and it's just not cool. This whole area is just a bunch of suck. We just gotta... And I haven't been back attacked yet. Well, no, I was back attacked in, like, Chapter 2, but they're not happening much, and that's worrying me.
You're saving up.
Yeah.
All back attacks except for
This is usually how I play like the last third of any RPG, where I would just run away from every fight that wasn't a boss.
Totally.
Get to the boss and not be able to get past it. Have to start the game.
Well, we're skipping all these really hard fights in order to grind Cloud Dragons later.
Those are easy and rewarding.
Yes.
So only rooks can use the cards.
Yeah, correct. So, yeah, when he gets put to sleep, you can't leave the fight. If by interesting you mean horrible and mean...
Horrible can be
language.
yeah.
What am I doing? Where am I going? Okay.
My parchment map with Gaylord.
Man, we could use that.
If I can just get off this floor without dying, I should be good. Because I believe on 11th floor, the terrible encounters quit. This is a bad fight, but it can't sleep lock you, so it's fine. And we're done.
Woo!
Yay!
411.
Alright.
I do like how Darwin's the only character that gets his own theme.
What? What? Tifa.
Like,
This will be your burial place. No, Tifa. Yes.
And now you're gonna kill her.
You gotta put down a bad dog.
it's like Old Yeller.
Old Princess Yeller.
You don't really need to stomp all, but whatever. I did it already, so I can't not do it.
You can just explain how you don't need to.
Yeah. And she can put you to sleep, but it doesn't matter. This is like the jokest boss fight.
It doesn't even have a boss fight theme.
Yeah,
It's just a regular battle.
It takes a lot more time if she sleep locks you, but... Whoa! Your magical mind domination crystal shattered.
Yeah.
Alright, now I got a rocket solo.
Uh-oh.
Again.
So lonely.
Am I out of herbs?
Uh-oh.
Woo! That's not good.
You lost
Boy.
rats.
Yo, oh no, there's a bunch.
Oh.
I was like, where did they go? There's no way I'm out of herbs. Oh no. Dragons aren't bad if you have the correct spirit. That was the opposite of incorrect, or opposite of correct spirit. And that's a neutral pairing, so I don't want to fight with them. Because of that.
That indeed.
Please stop that. That hurts.
Please stop. You're hurting me.
Get out somebody else who has better hit points.